So today we're going to go over the pros and cons of living in Prosper, Texas. So stay tuned.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
And today we are going over the pros and cons of living in Prosper, Texas.
Yep.
So if this is your first time on our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're alerted every time we do a video. We are Dallas area real estate agents, and we do 2 to 3 videos a week on what it's like to live, work, and play in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. So make sure when you have any real estate needs in Dallas-Fort Worth area that you give us a call, text,
You've got
email,
mail.
whatever you prefer. Just get a hold of us because we've got your back when moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, let's get into the pros and cons of living in Prosper, Texas. What are some of the pros?
Well, one of them is it's got kind of a small town feel, which is a good thing.
It definitely is,
Yeah.
right? So it's less than 20,000 population. It's if you've seen some of our videos on Prosper, some of the Prosper home tours. If not, make sure you browse around our channel in that playlist. But it has a little less commerce. So you don't have you don't have that big bar scene or anything like that. It's really filled with, it's very family oriented with a lot of family oriented subdivisions, right? It's got upscale houses and bigger lots. That's kind of what it's known for. So if that's what you're in for, if that's what you're looking for, that Prosper is definitely a place to be. So what is something else that Prosper has?
Well, the nice thing is it's close to the bigger cities like Frisco, McKinney, Plano, that whole area. So that makes it nice, easy to get to.
Yeah.
Because,
so if you have like fine dining or anything like that you want to get into, Prosper has a little bit. It's getting better. But you're a 10-minute drive into Frisco, McKinney, Plano area to have everything that you can possibly want. So you can have your cake and eat it too, so to speak, right?
Straight up Preston, and you're right there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then also, in regards to location, it's 45 minutes into downtown, and as well as 18 minutes into that Plano Frisco area.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
You can't get better than that, right?
Right.
Also, what is another pro?
Well, it's a newer community, and it's got awesome schools.
Awesome schools.
Yeah.
A+ according to Niche, right? So that's some of the attraction, right? That's why everybody's pouring into Prosper, and you're seeing all that growth.
Yeah, and they're still building, so they'll have some new schools coming up. So
tons of building. In fact, they have a new high school that's opening up this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is pros and cons, right? We know that there's a ton of pros to living in Prosper, but there's got to be some cons. And what are those?
Well, I guess one of them would be the toll road has not gone into Prosper yet. So that can be, kind of an issue.
Yeah, it adds to your commute, maybe another 5 to 10 minutes because Prosper is located just north of Frisco. It's split by the 380, and that is where the tollway cuts off. So depending on how far you are from the 380 will dictate how long it's going to take you to get to the tollway. Because once you get on the tollway, it's clear sailing, right? So, but the growth is supposed to be happening in the next couple of years. So
you're because of that, there's some construction. So that can be maybe a con.
That's another con.
You're dealing with a little bit of construction in certain areas.
Yeah. When we first moved out here in 2006 from Frisco, Frisco was kind of like that. And you had those growing pains, right? So you had just the widening of the roads, all that kind of construction is just something that you have to deal with when you're dealing with with a new community.
But it goes pretty fast, which is nice. It seems like it went pretty fast for us. So,
and it's not the end of the world. It's just something that you need to expect, and so we have to put it in somewhere, right? So I would say it's more of a con than a pro. Right. And then what is one more con?
Well, maybe if you want a little more variety of things to do, you're going to have to go outside to Frisco, Plano, that whole area.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go outside the city limits if you want any sort of variety. Like Patrice was saying, there's just not a lot of commerce yet. So there you have your normal Chili's, Texas Roadhouse, you've got a couple fast food places, etc. But that's about it, right?
Yeah, we got your big Costco and some of those bigger places too, which is good.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want a high-end steak for Valentine's Day is coming up, right? You're not gonna go to Whataburger, right? So you're gonna have some might, hey, right? But you're gonna have to hightail it into one of the bigger cities. But that's to be expected in some of the smaller town fields.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a great place, though.
It's a awesome place. We love Prosper, Texas. So, again, if this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell, so you're alerted every time we do a video. Until next time, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.